All right, what's going on, everybody? I've just finished my second drop-in for the day. I'm not sure if you can see it in my face, but I'm totally exhausted, totally wiped out. This morning, I dropped into CrossFit Rocks in Brisbane, and I've already posted that YouTube video, so you can check that out either somewhere here or in the description or on my channel, so check that out. But this afternoon, I made my way up to the Sunshine Coast, and I dropped into CrossFit Contessa. They're up in Maroochydore, and they're fairly unique. You'll get the whole rundown in about 30 seconds because I sit down with Amanda Wilson. She's the owner, and she's obviously a trainer here. They're a women's only gym. Yes, I trained here, and they have one mixed class a day for men and women, but a women's only gym focused on communicating with them, helping them a little bit more specifically. I wasn't sure what to expect, to be honest, because, you know, there's always... Most people are aware there are women's only gyms out there, and I wasn't sure how the approach would be being a women's only CrossFit gym. I wasn't sure if the experience would be different, but in all honesty, I'm not just buttering them up because I'm speaking right in front of their gym. I had one of the best CrossFit experiences I've ever had. Amanda herself, she didn't run the class, but she's a level 3 trainer. She's even keen to take on the level 4 credential, which is coming out soon. Candice ran the class. She's the head trainer. Absolutely impeccable job. They run CrossFit affiliate programming, which I'm a huge fan of, and the class vibe and everything was totally awesome. I got to meet a couple of the members, and the blokes in the gym, they welcomed me. Most of them are like husbands or partners of members here, and that's sort of why they have a mixed class as well, so they can train as well. But we're going to jump to a little bit of the workout, catch some of that, but also we're going to sit down and check out we'll meet Amanda Wilson, the owner, and let her explain everything about CrossFit Contessa. All right, this is drop-in number 2 for the day, and unfortunately we've got Toaster Bar in the program again. This is the 3rd time in 2 days, so that'll be interesting. But we're up at CrossFit Contessa, and this is Amanda Wilson. Amanda Wilson, sorry, at CrossFit Contessa on the Sunshine Coast. Turns out we've got a little bit in common. We both do CrossFit, but it turns out I've just met her for the first time now, but she's actually from Toowoomba, my hometown, as well, and that's where she started her fitness journey and started CrossFit. So there's a little bit in common there, which is pretty cool. So it's always good to have a bit of an icebreaker. Even though the cool thing about CrossFit is you can go anywhere and you can talk to people about thrusters and pull-ups anyway. It never really matters. But Contessa, it's, I mean, every gym's unique, every gym's special, and that's kind of why I started this project, or whatever you want to call it, as many affiliates as possible, showcase what's unique about each gym, what's unique about each owner and all the coaches and the communities. CrossFit Contessa has been around since 2014, coming up on 9 years, and I'm not sure if it started as a women's only gym, but it's a majority women's only gym. I think it's only a couple afternoon classes that it's mixed, which is a little bit different. All right, it's the only one that I know of that's a women's only. You do hear about Fernwoods or some of those other types of just like Globo gyms that are women's only, but the only one I've heard of in CrossFit, that's women's only. So I'll just introduce, this is Amanda Wilson, owner of CrossFit Contessa. Just tell me, like in 25 words or less, or just in short form, like how you got into fitness, how you got into CrossFit, and then how that developed into opening your own gym, and especially something so unique like CrossFit Contessa.
Cool. So I should probably add that I'm not from Toowoomba.
Okay.
I'm from west of Toowoomba, Oakey. Do you know Oakey?
Yep.
Yeah. So I grew up in Oakey. I was a shithead teenager.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm allowed to swear.
Yeah, that's all right. A shithead. Can I say degenerate?
Yeah, that's better.
Well, that's everyone in Oakey.
Yeah.
No offense.
Pretty much. I dropped out of school really young. My friend was going to do her personal training course and was like, "You're not doing anything, come with me." So we did. So I've been a PT since I was 16, and then started first job at Fernwood.
Yeah.
Yep. So 16 working at Fernwood. Shortly after that, moved over to a new gym in Toowoomba. Started, you know what it's like as a trainer.
Yep.
Trying to find time to train yourself is difficult. It's pretty much middle of the day and there's nothing really going on. And then one of my mates was like, come and try this CrossFit thing. So by this stage I was 21, I think. And went to CrossFit Toowoomba, did a drop in there. Filthy 50 was my first workout.
Wow. Okay.
Joe at the time did not let me do more than 25 reps of each, and I was like salty about it. I was like, I'm a trainer, like, you know. Thank God she didn't let me because it destroyed me.
She's got a reputation of being a hard ass.
Yeah, she's
so
pretty
I'm
hard
surprised she like limited you on your first day.
She's a hard ass, but she's safe.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, that was I guess 2011 when I did that, and then just started training there. Within a year, I had my level 1. Within 2 years, I was coaching CrossFit.
At CrossFit Toowoomba?
No, I helped open the vault, which was downstairs from Breathe, and then moved up in here, 2014.
Yeah, cool. So that's a piece of information I didn't know before coming here. Breathe, it's like a 24/7 gym in Toowoomba, but they opened like a mini location below the building, which was the vault, and it was like functional training. I didn't realize it was an affiliate, so you helped open that when Breathe decided to do that. And then how long did that last before moving to the Sunshine Coast?
I was there for probably just under 2 years, I reckon, before I moved here.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
And then that prompted you to go out on your own and do your own thing?
First job in the industry was with women, and then when I moved to a mixed gym, I was still drawn to training women. I never really, I had a few dude clients and I got along with them, but I just never really vibed with them as well. And I just knew that I had something in terms of like just being able to speak to women, and they're just more vulnerable, more honest, easy to help basically. So after Fernwood and then working as a trainer over the years, I started my own women's only boot camps, and that was all outdoors. So I've always kind of worked for myself at the same time as working under the banner of a different gym. And then when I started CrossFit, I was like, this is how everyone needs to train. This is what people should be doing.
Yeah.
So that's why I did my level 1, and then I was like, females only. Like, not, and I don't ever want people to think we're against men. It's not. We're not against men, we're just for women.
Just for women, and yeah, that's I guess a common misconception. It's like probably my understanding of that is who can you serve the best, and who can you relate to the most, and who can you, in the end, help the most.
Yeah.
And so that's what you want to specialise in.
Yeah. And, we just like niched it down.
super niched it down. I mean, it's only half niche, so it's not that niche, really, realistically. I get the feeling in 2022, it's probably not that big of a deal, but I guess maybe there was a time where CrossFit was scary, or it did seem hardcore to a lot of females in particular. So was that part of the reason, or as well, or did you find that was part of the demographic that came in and trained? Or?
Yeah, I think I knew in 2014 opening on the coast. I didn't know anyone when we moved here. I knew someone in Caloundra. She helped me initially, but I didn't know anyone when we first moved here, so it was all kind of, hopefully someone from Toowoomba could tell their friend on the sunny coast that I was opening a gym, and back in Facebook days I didn't really do anything on Instagram. Opened the doors on open day, like pumped it up just on Facebook, as much media as I could, very little budget. Opened with 17 members on that day.
Okay. Yeah,
not bad.
That's not terrible. That's good.
Yeah. All of them were scared.
Yeah.
But I think wasn't that they were scared of CrossFit. They were just scared of training.
Yeah.
So I think being women's only from the start was helpful. I would say majority of people when they join aren't looking for CrossFit. They're looking for a safe space to train. And I've never thought mixed gyms are unsafe. But if that helps get them to train, then it is what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. I've taken 2 things already from this short conversation. I forgot the second one. The first one, going back to like dropped out of school at 16, shithead kid or whatever. Just goes to show how much of a small business miracle CrossFit is.
Yeah.
Like literally, like it's a small business miracle. You can take anyone, and if they've got the right passion and drive, and it's not hard to develop a passion for CrossFit and for helping people. You can build something great out of that.
Yeah, for sure.
The second one was something awesome about women and training. It's just like you look at. I think about this all the time because my wife is just the best woman on earth. She's so strong. She's so confident in everything, and I think a lot of that's partly down to training and CrossFit. I think it's done a lot for women's inner and outer strength as well. So
Very much.
I think what you've done is pretty cool.
Thank you.
Contessa, you're going to have to educate me what that means. Does it mean something, or is it some sort of like Greek goddess or something? Or
Yeah, you're close. Italian. So when I can't remember what the first name I wanted. I remember that I wouldn't be happy with it now though, because I was 24 when I opened the gym. So there was the first logo had like a bow in it. I've still kept the crown, but it was a little bit too pink, a little bit too much. But I just started, the first name, whatever I wanted, got rejected. And then they were just like, send us through 3 different options. And I was like, I don't give a shit right now. I just need to open this gym. So I just started Googling, strong woman in Italian, all different. So Contessa is like lady in her own right, like strong woman, all that sort of stuff in Italian origin.
Cool, awesome. And you gave me the quick point around the gym when I came in.
Yes.
But we've got the gym.
Yes.
We've got the affiliate, and you do personal training and nutrition coaching, or you've got someone that does that. I saw a sign up. But you also pointed around. You've got massage.
Yes.
Nail salon. You've got cafe. You've got what else? Like what is everything? what is everything that you do?
Well, the stuff that I own and what we do is the gym, which also offers one-on-one PTs. We do specialty courses, CrossFit Kids, with massive CrossFit Kids on nearly every afternoon of the week. It's really taken off. What else do we do? Nutrition coaching. I'm pretty sure that's it in terms of the gym. And then from there we've got the coffee shop, which we own as well.
Yeah.
2020, there was a coffee shop next door, and they were like, "See ya."
Really?
Closed, done. And I was like, "Where are we going to get coffee every day? There's nowhere close. Let's just throw it in, do it ourselves."
I found that was one of the things that people didn't stop buying.
Yeah.
Was coffee.
Yeah.
And even when we were locked down, it was like, okay, you're allowed to go out for essential things, but people would go out and socialise.
Yeah.
Even if it was over a takeaway coffee.
Yeah.
So that's probably not a bad decision to make.
Yeah. It's gone really well. So it's not a full cafe, but coffee shop with, and I try to, everyone's like, the business in the area are like, we need croissants, we need this, and I'm just like, no, like morally, I just want to supply the good stuff. So
that's good.
It's a good little, way for people after they train, they can then hang out, grab a coffee. It's cool. And then I've got some sub-lessees here as well, so they rent space from me, massage therapist, nail, and hair and beauty salon downstairs.
Yeah, and are they all members? Is that how that came about, or are they?
Only one of them's a member.
Yeah.
The hair and beauty salon owners used to be a member. Now they're more in the Pilates sort of stuff. And the nail lady does boxing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they're
all fit and healthy.
All fit and healthy,
Yeah.
and sort of share the same vibration anyway.
Definitely.
Just a couple of questions before we get into the class.
Mm-hmm.
Like coaches, do you do a lot of it yourself? Do you have any coaches? How many classes a day? You mentioned CrossFit Kids and that sort of thing. Run us through like a day in the life of the gym.
Yeah, cool. So we have about 6-7 classes every single day. I myself, when COVID happened, we actually had a second gym that we had just opened 3 months prior in Caloundra.
Right.
So it did not make it out of lockdown, unfortunately. From that point, I was like, I need a business coach. I need to do something because I'm not losing this gym. This is, I've worked my ass off for this, so I'm not going to lose this. Got on a two-brain business. They were amazing, helped out so much, and I moved into more of a, I guess, an owner's role. I never saw myself being in that position, just focusing more on the business rather than in it. So yeah, I dropped the amount of classes I was doing, focused on more on growing the staff and helping them develop, I guess. So at the moment, I coach about 4 classes a week. We have a gym manager as well, which isn't me, because I don't know if you found this talking to owners, but I find that when I meet other gym owners and entrepreneurs, they're usually not very good at the micro stuff. We've got really big visions and ideas, but the nitty gritty is, we're too busy focused on the big stuff. So yeah, got a gym manager. That's Candice. She'll be taking your class this afternoon. And there's 6 of us in total, 6 staff in total.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
CrossFit Kids.
CrossFit Kids is, it's an amazing program. It's got like a head trainer, and then there's trainers underneath that. And we've got kids 3 to 5 is the youngest, and then 6, anywhere from 6 to 11-ish, and then 12 through to joining the adults.
Cool. Do you have any vision for the future, or what any goals for Contessa?
I am definitely never content. I always want, especially since taking a step back and looking at it more objectively, I guess. There's always something that I can work on and always something to make better. I don't want to get bigger. The amount of members we have now is great. We just want to help people, so as long as we can just keep doing that, I'm pretty stoked.
That's awesome. Well, that's in a nutshell CrossFit Contessa. So we're going to get straight into the workout. I'm going to enjoy this toaster bar. But but I'll also show you around, take a few clips of the workout. So enjoy.